Traders, welcome back to another power-packed edition of our Daily Stock Watchlist. This is our watch list for Lotto Friday, December 15th. I put these watch lists out for you guys for free every single day, so make sure when those ads pop up, you're letting them roll through. It keeps these videos free for you guys. Today, it's not just about stocks, it's about unveiling gems that could redefine your daily trading experience. If you've ever found yourself in the daily hustle of trading, you're searching for those opportunities that could lead to explosive profits, you're in the right place. We're about to go in on a journey together, a journey that transcends charts and numbers, a journey to uncover your daily success. Now, for those of you facing challenges in the daily trading grind, I need you to envision a space where you can gain exclusive insights, gain strategies that could reshape the way you approach the market like nothing you have ever seen before. This isn't just about watching. It's about becoming part of a community with a shared goal. That goal, daily success. So this is your invitation. Whether you're new to trading or you're looking to elevate your game, I need you to hit that subscribe button and become part of our ever-growing community. The other thing that's free along with joining the YouTube channel is the Discord. That is free as well. That link is in the description below. That room, there's a bunch of free tools for you guys to use in that Discord trading room. You just need to click on the link and join the Discord. It is free. Okay, let's get started on this list. This screen that you see in front of you, that is TradingView. If you don't have something like this, you've never used TradingView before, you're looking for something like this, there is another link in the description below. That link gets you a free 30-day trial to TradingView's sub-based services. And then if you decide to actually go ahead with those sub-based services after the 30 days or even before, you get up to $30 off of your subscription fee. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of that free offer. Let's get started on this list. The first one we've got is Macy's. So if you're looking to actually completely learn this strategy brand new, I would suggest you go to the Learning Tools playlist that I have on this channel, or you can become part of the Gold membership, which is also in the Discord, and it gives you a 1-hour strat course. It gives you live trading bots. It gives you this indicator on TradingView and a bunch of other things. I'm not going to go too much into it, but what's included in it is either found on my Twitter space or my X Twitter channel, or in the Discord. You can find it there as well, or you can just ask me and I can send you a message on what's included with it. But let's go into these setups. So the first one we've got is Macy's, and these are in no particular order. The Griswold Gold members actually do get the top 5 from this list every day. So again, if you're looking for a more inclusive list, you get that with the Gold membership. Macy's has a 2-up that finished red. Now, I'll go through this a little bit. You see the candlestick numbers here, this time frame continuity. That's all part of my indicator. But a 2 candle is a directional candle. It only breaks the high or the low of the previous candle. So in this case, we went to the upside. We call it a 2-up. The thing that we have here, though, is we had a 2-up that finished red. And so what that tells me and what that would tell you is that the sellers took this thing back. The buyers took control early on. The sellers brought it back down. So we can look for this play to trend down. We could look at puts at $19.36. Our trigger just becomes the low of that wick. And then once that new candle opens and we break it, we look for it to hit this first target. And the targets are just the low of the preceding wick. Now, if you have this gap space that you see here, the next targets go to the top of the wicks, not the bottoms, okay? We fill those gaps with the targets. So you can go further back to see if there are any more further back here on Macy's. There are a couple. I'm not going to go back and mark them out, but you can if you'd like. Let's move on to Moderna. So Moderna had this big gap play here. Again, 2-up, finished red. And so when we talked about those targets again, when we put them in together, there's a target. Okay, until that gap gets filled, the top of those wicks become the target. That blue line you see there, the teal or aqua baby blue, that is the trigger for the monthly. So if we went to the monthly, actually it's not. I must have been looking at something there. Because we are on the month. There is, if we go to the month, sorry guys, there it is. Yeah, so we triggered the monthly off of this hammer candle. I've had one guy on YouTube, he's watching the videos, but he's telling people not to listen because he's telling me this isn't a hammer candle. I posted it on Investopedia what a hammer candle is. And guys, what a hammer candle is, you'd probably like to see this wick here, this top wick, this top shadow, a little bit smaller. But you have this body at the top, basically looks like a hammer. You have the body at the top with a wick to the bottom side that's at least twice as big as the body, which we have here. That is a hammer candle. That's what Investopedia says is the definition of a hammer candle. The shooter is exactly the opposite. Here is another hammer candle. And the reason these come up is because they're actionable signals with the strat, meaning they're high probability setups. The hammer candle, the shooter candle, and then these inside bars. And if we come across them, we'll talk about them. But we had this 2-up, finished red. We're going to look for this to trend back to the downside. We move on to Oracle. So here's now the inside bar. So I really love the inside bars. And the thing I always tell you guys is you don't have to look at these setups on the daily. Okay? You absolutely don't have to. If we just, for example, hop down to the 15-minute chart, okay, and we look at these inside bars. And again, this one, they don't always play out because what we're looking at with this strategy or any play or any setup is always based off of probability because we don't know when the next candle opens what it's going to be. We can go back in time and say, look, over the course of thousands of trades, this is what the likelihood is that will happen. The probability will happen. And it doesn't always happen that way, but the majority of the time, there's a high probability that it does. Just like on this inside bar, we triggered and we targeted, okay? Hit target 1 here and hit target 2 up here. And you can go and look at this on any time frame. And again, they don't always work out. This one didn't work out, and that's okay. Here's a double inside bar. We triggered, target, and maybe another target, but this had a really, really nice run. Okay, and that's the kind of thing we're looking for off of these inside bars. And again, you don't have to play them off of the daily. You can find these same setups on the 30, on the hourly, on the 4-hour, on the 5, on the 10, on the 15. It doesn't matter. I don't care. But these are the setups that lead to high probability plays. So we have this inside bar. And I tell people, if you're new, if you're struggling, concentrate on the inside bars. They're painted yellow with my indicator that I've provided for you guys here. And that link is in the description below. It does come with the Griswold Gold membership, or you can just get it separately. It's a one-time fee. Same goes for the membership. You pay that $50 for the month, and you get that indicator for life, okay? Any updates that happen to it, all included. Okay, so the inside bars, they're consolidating candles, and I always like to look at them as being a spring, being squished, compacted, and loaded. And when you have that spring being squished, compacted, and loaded, and you remove that pressure off it, we expect those big explosions like I just showed you in the previous examples. We expect them to really have nice, crisp, clean, big runs. And if we go back and look even on the daily at the last inside bar, okay, here, big run up. Prior to that, inside bar, look at, off of this inside bar, we ran for 1, 2, 3, it's multiple days. Double inside bar, big run to the downside. 3-1 setup, we triggered, hit one target, and that was it. Okay, but it did hit the targets. It did do its job. So we're going to look for that same thing on Oracle with that inside bar on Lotto Friday. Pfizer. Okay, guys, I took Pfizer the other day as a trade. I held it overnight, which I don't normally do. We had this big gap down. It ended up netting me like 360%. Okay, now for me, and I said we had this slight, this isn't quite a hammer candle. It's pretty close. You'd either like to see this body a little bit smaller or the wick a little bit longer. This wick should be at least 2 times the size of this body, according to Investopedia, not according to some guy who's commenting on the YouTube channel. I said yesterday in the video, I wasn't quite sure that I would take this trade for, despite being at a 2 down green and close to a hammer candle, I didn't have time frame continuity with the trade. And I just thought Pfizer had been in such a downturn. It's not something that I wanted to play to the upside. Now, and again, this may not work out, but we have a 2 up that's finishing red, meaning the sellers took it back. We've got fantastic time frame continuity right across the board. I'm going to look for Pfizer to trend back to the downside for all of those reasons I just mentioned. Okay. Roku 2-up red. There's another hammer type candle, and we had a big run off of it. It's an actionable signal. It's a high probability setup. Those are what we look for. So we have a 2-up red. Sellers brought it back. We're going to look for puts here at $100.95. The trigger price. When we break through that price, that's when you get into the trade. Okay, Chewy, 2-up, finished red. Trigger price, $20.11. First target, $18.71. I don't care what you put as your strike price. For me, lately, when I'm going into these, like when I took Pfizer and when I took Citi and QQQ over the last few days, my strike prices were up here. For the puts, for this one, for example, at 2011, you could take a $20 strike. You could take a $21 strike. You could take a $19.50 or a $19. I don't care. For me, though, on outside of SPY, because SPY I always take one or two outside of the strike or of the trigger price. For these ones, I'm going to go a little bit higher. They move a little bit less. I mean, they're going to move pretty quick because it's Friday, and that's why they call it Lotto Friday. You don't have as much time on your side when you're taking Friday expiry. The other thing I will mention is it's quad witching. So there's expiries across the board on option plays. So weekly options and a bunch of other setups. So everything kind of comes to a head at this point on Friday. So a lot of people don't like to trade it. I'm not going to tell you guys not to trade on quad witching day. I will still be looking at setups, okay? I'm not going to shy away because of it. I'm still looking for the strat setups into Friday. CVS, 2-up red. We look for the puts there as well, and we'll just move a target here. And again, we have those sellers bringing this thing back, so we're going to look for a 2-2 reversal to the downside on CVS. DocuSign, same thing, 2-up red. Look, hammer candle, big run to the upside. Okay, it was a 2-2 continuation here that we were already in, and we were going to look for another 2-2 continuation. We got it, but it finished red. So we're going to look for this to trend down on DocuSign. We move into Etsy. Here's a 3-1 setup. So you notice, again, this is painted yellow, part of my indicator. It helps you find these 3-1 setups, and these are powerful. They don't happen very often. We have to go far, far back in time to find the last time we had 3-1s. Okay, we had one here, 3-1, ended up going outside bar. Then we had a 3-1, ended up going outside bar. So again, that's sometimes is going to happen. You're going to get stopped out. And maybe you look at that and say, based on the way these previous 3-1 setups have happened, it's not something I want to look at. But then you go back and look at this 3-1. We had a fantastic run off of this 3-1 setup, okay? And we go back to look at one more. This one ran for 3, 4, 5 days, okay? You're not getting that big run on that first day on Etsy, though. So that's, again, it's something you guys can look at. You take the probability of what has happened previously. This 3-1 setup, we had a really, really nice big run on Etsy. Okay, and I'm going to look at one more here just to see where we landed. And all I have to do is scroll back, look for that gold highlight. There it is. 2-day run up. Okay, so still really, really good setups on those 3-1s. Maybe you don't want to take it on Etsy. I'll tell you, Etsy's, I'm not sure if it's going to be on the top 5 or not. But the Pfizer one will be. I'll give you that as a freebie. Okay, inside bar on Netflix. There's that spring-loaded action we're looking for. There's the last inside bar. Great run to the upside, okay? We're going to look for calls at 480.76, puts at 464.76. Netflix is a little bit more expensive on the option side, as is, what are some of the other ones? I think Microsoft might be a little bit more expensive. There's a few others that run in the high, $200-$300 per contract. Tesla's another one. Okay, so another 2-up red on Nike. We're going to look for puts there as well. PayPal, 2-up red. We're going to look for puts at 61.21 there. Good magnitude. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of room for this thing to hit targets. Okay, this target is way, way down here. It's a lot of room in here. So good magnitude, good area for us to take some profit in. From PayPal, we go to Uber. So again, Here's a hammer candle on Uber. 2 down, finish green, and look, time frame continuity. 2 down, finish green, hammer candle into time frame continuity. This is an important one that I would be looking at, okay? I'd like to see this magnitude a little bit higher on Uber, but it's still something that I would look at. Walmart, inside bar. So again, you have that spring-loaded action. We're going to look for calls at 153.94, puts at 151.93. I'm not done, but I will be in the Discord tomorrow. At least I should be sending out some setups that I see and things that I like. XLU, 2 up red. So we're looking for that 2-2 reversal to the downside. Puts at 64.97. XLV, same thing, 2 up red. We're looking for those puts back to the downside at 134.80. And let's go over SPY real quick. So SPY gapped up. We finished red on the day. 2 up, finished red. Not quite a hammer candle, but I want to point something out here. We are at the top of a broadening formation on SPY. So as I look at that, I don't talk about broadening formations a whole bunch on these videos or at all. I mean, I have a video on how to trade broadening formations. If you're new to this strategy or you're just beginning out within the strategy, I wouldn't concentrate on broadening formations or BFs. I would wait till you get a handle on this strategy and how it works, and then you can try and incorporate those broadening formations. But I will say we are at the top, okay? So I would say that we're looking at potential exhaustion risk, meaning we could see a trend to the downside here, at least potentially starting. So I'm going to look for puts on SPY going into Friday. 469.25 would be my strike price. And then again, your targets are just the low of the preceding wicks. Here. We can take all these yellow ones out because they're from older setups. But that's how we mark it out. So those are the plays, guys. You can find me on Twitter. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. If you have questions, you can leave them down below. Comment down below. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what was wrong with it, what you think needs fixing. You can do the same thing on Twitter or in the Discord. You can ask questions there as well. That membership, guys, it's $50. You buy 2 months, you get a month free. It is the cheapest membership you're going to find out there. You're not going to find a course for that cheap. You're going to make that money back in one trade based off of this strategy. Okay, or at least you have the potential to, if you're following the rules of what is taught here. You get live trading bots, so you don't have to go sniffing out the trades. Okay, they come right to you. You get one-on-one time with me through Google Meets or Zoom, and a whole bunch of other really, really great stuff on there. I've written a book. You want that? I'll throw that in with the membership as well. It's basically on trading psychology. But good luck trading. Lotto Friday, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Christmas is coming. I cannot wait. The kids are excited. I'm excited. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, fantastic morning, and a great, great weekend. We will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.